sueños para limpiar con el humo sagrado cada recuerdo. Cuando escriba tu nombre en la arena blanca con fondo azul, cuando mire cielo en la forma cruel de una nube gris, aparezcas tú.
Hey guys, we are a couple of days, almost, how are you guys? I'm hoping to do these kind of videos for you guys every time that I am going to do something, just for our subscribers, get this kind of conversation so you guys can know what are my perceptions, what am I expecting from this trip. Undisclosed locations. The only thing is that I can tell you is that I am extremely blessed to be, having these kind of opportunities. The trust of people that they have deposited in me have been out of this world, really. I remember when I started with the phone, a Motorola beat-up phone, and one thing started leading to another. And I remember that when I started, I went and I looked for a job at a radio station. I was working at a radio station, but I looked for another job at another radio station to be a boxing broadcaster. And this other broadcaster told me, Oscar, you're really good, but you need to build up a platform for yourself. You know, nobody knows you, nobody knows your work. So I'm gonna pass and I'm gonna say no. And I said, all right, well, okay, so I'll do it on my own. And I started doing things little by little, on my own. And then later on, I went and knocked on another door in another news station right here. They said no also. Well, they said no. They said, I went to another station and they passed and they said, no, we're not interested. And I went to another one and they said no, that they were not interested. So it was like that. So I said, you know what? I think I'm going to do it on my own. There's no other way. So I was working at a time. I had a full-time job and I was doing these things on the side, but this was so demanding. Little by little, people were starting demanding more. And I could not stay behind as I was growing little by little. And, now I am heading to Europe. It's first it started going south going to the other borders in Mexico in the north, and then it started going south to Tapachula, and I walked 9 caravans and more than 9, I don't even remember how many confrontations. So difficult to be in front of all these people and manage yourself and control yourself, and sometimes you get pulled into the narrative of pandering. Sometimes you need people to pull you out, like my manager, that continuously she's like, no, Oscar, that's not the person that you are. This is who you are. And I'm like, oh my God, I wake up and then I get pulled into reality, and things like that happen. And after that, started traveling to Guatemala. Then the assault happened. You guys know what happened. Then borders with Honduras. And the network has been trusting me so much, and I'm so blessed to be working with this network. I was talking to my brother Ben a couple of days ago, and every time that we are traveling, he's like, it's gonna be so sick. We're gonna go, and I just told him, like, hey man, don't you think that we deserve, like, it's a blessing what we're getting? And he was like, yeah man, it's a full blessing. This is such a blessing. I have been so blessed. It's just my life completely changed. I hold the hand of God and I trusted him. And I prayed to the Virgin Mary of Guadalupe, and she has been my queen and the mother of God. And it's just so many things, man. And then we traveled to Panama, Colombia, borders with Venezuela, crossed the Darien Gap. I'm the first Mexican to ever done that. And it's just so amazing that we have come to that opportunity, that we have done that. And so many things that we have done. And now, at this juncture, I met some real men And a lot of the people saying like, real men are tough, they're strong, they're big, they're muscular. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been in prison. Sadly, I was there in the system, in the federal system, for 4 years. I committed one big mistake, and all these libtards, they say, he said that he committed a mistake, but if he would have been caught, he would have started doing it. That's not the point, you stupid dumbass. The point is that, and gladly, I got stopped from not doing it, and I was so blessed to be stopped, and I suffered the consequence, and I pay my dues, and it was really hard. These liberals, man, that they attack me for my past, they do not know how much I went through, and how big was that mistake for me to do that. What led me to do that mistake? And they don't know. And in my book, I'm going to explain that, and they're gonna I'm gonna shut everybody else's mouth. But knowing that factor, I seen in the federal system, I saw big dudes, man, 6'5", 6'8", huge muscular dudes crying, and we know that it's all in the mind and in the heart. That is where you find these strong dudes. That is where you find these strong dudes when you're hanging into, when you're talking to these people, that they're so strong in the mind and so strong in the heart that it is unbearable. They're unbeatable. They're unbreakable. And I found that in 2 white men, not in a Mexican, not in a Latino. I found them in 2 white men. Only people from Tapachula opened the door to me to really learn more about journalism. And then I went back and finished my career. I finished it. I said, okay, I need this paper. I'm going to get this paper. That is what, certifies. So I got that paper on the side. But what really certifies you is the groundwork. It is the groundwork. Really, if you do not know what to do a groundwork, you don't know how many people from mainstream media, they have come to me and say, Oscar, you're a badass, man. I appreciate you. You're such a badass. You do such a great work. And these are journalists that they have been in the business for more than 20, 30 years. And when they say that to me, I'm like, holy crap, I'm doing something right. And they say, no, your work is phenomenal. Your work is this. And, and there was nobody that appreciated me more than U.S. media. Then later on, Spanish media, Mexican media, Latino media started appreciating me, started saying like, hey man, this guy has some balls, man. He goes there, he gets in there. But 2 white men, well, 3 white men, let me just say it like it is, the color. One of them, my brother Ben. My brother Anthony was always there. He's a Latino, but in terms to giving you the opportunity to say you got a lot of potential. First, my brother Ben. We started, this with the phone and talking. What goes behind the camera, it is huge what we talk about. You guys don't even know the conversations that we have. It's like full-on discussions. Like sometimes I don't agree with him at all. I don't agree with him, and he doesn't agree with me at all. But it is important that we have these ground discussions so he will know my culture and where I'm coming from. And I will know his perspective as where he's coming from. And we can come to an agreement and say, this needs to happen. You know that, right? And he says, yes, but this needs to be done. And I'm like, yes, you're right. These kind of conversations, they need to happen. I learned so much from him. He's such a blessing for me. And he has learned so much from me also as to be brothers. And we're so different. He's 6'4", white, tall, and he's a pain in the ass when he's annoyed. I already know all his moves, man. I already know. He knows that I get annoyed if I don't drink my coffee and I don't eat breakfast. And I know that he gets annoyed if he doesn't eat lunch. It's just as simple as that. I know what he likes to drink. I know what he likes to eat. I know what he likes to before he goes to bed. I know what he eats before he goes to bed. I know how he edits. I know when he's editing. I know don't bother him when he's doing this. Don't bother him when he's doing that. He knows when I'm editing. He knows when I'm not. I don't like to be bothered. He knows when I'm doing this. He knows everything. We know each other. We came to a place that we play around with each other, and he knows when I'm getting annoyed and I'm a pain in the ass and I'm just bitching about something, and I know when he's just we're just brothers, man. And he's a white man, and I appreciate him so much. And all these attacks on white people, man, I met another one. His name is Michael Young. You guys don't even know how much I appreciate this man. He's a mentor to me. Every time that he talks to me, you know, he tells me like solutions and things that need to be done. And they're always praying. They're always, and I forgot another white man. It's all white people. But I'm gonna tell you who it is. But they're always praying, man. These people, Michael Young has been in firefights, has been in wars. He was a soldier. You know, when I got to Panama and we were about to cross the Darien Gap, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was hell nervous. I was really nervous. I even called my manager, and I told her, hey, you know what? I don't think that this is all right. You know, we don't have people security. We don't have nothing, man. Jesus, man. I said, like, I got a son. I already told Ben, you know, you got 2 little girls. This is not a good idea. You know, this is not a good idea. And then, well, my manager told me it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be nervous, you know, but you're in a transit right now where you need to take solutions and you need to take decisions. And whether it's a decision that you go and get the result done, or you play safe. And then all of a sudden, you know, Michael Young came along, and it was just a solution. It's the way that he speaks on problems, the way that he talks to you, the way that he says, like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. It's like a military operation, man. It's just so, you feel so safe around these people. You feel so safe around these people. Then later on, I met Matthew Tomlin. Such a good brother, man. Such a good man. Such a blessing. Such a godly man. He likes surfing. All these people. And Matthew is just it's the most nicest man that I ever met in my life. Is the nicest man that I ever met in my life. His wife, his kids. This is the environment. You don't have, if you're pissed off and you get along with these people, you're not gonna get pissed off. It is, you're done. Like, you're not gonna get mad anymore. I met that guy, and it's just, and again, every time that we have a breakfast, a lunch and dinner, they're always praying, man. It was they were dragging me into this circle of prayer and believe in God, and the whole purpose is beyond just being on a phone, on a screen, on a platform. It's beyond that. It's just God's purpose. And then I met Chuck Colton, and you know, it's just another type of human being, another type of animal, man. This is the way I describe that man. Another type. He's the way that he talks to you, the way that he works, the way that he did his life, you know. And I don't talk to him that much, but the little things that he does, you know, his direction, his leadership. So all these people are white, and you know, and I grew up thinking that the white man is the enemy, and it is not the color. It's just the ideals of these bad people, these liberals, these progressive people, man. The ideals to tell you that a white person is bad, that a black person is going to do to you, that if you see a Hispanic standing at a Home Depot, he's an illegal alien, and all these people that they tell you all these bad ideas, and you start taking that into consideration, and you start adopting that into a place where you're just like, oh yeah, the white man is bad, he does this, he does that. It's so wrong. Really, it is wrong. And all these men, good men, they have been around me. And all of them, they have been all the time respect me, taking me to protected me and always like, this is for you, this is for you. Come, you want this opportunity, I'll give it to you. Now we're going to Europe. And I don't know when this is going to be played. I'm giving it to my manager. I don't know when it's going to be played. I got to tell you, all of our audience that they have been contributing and donating and helping me out. I appreciate you so much. I don't know how many days I'm going to be there, man. I don't know if from there I'm going to go somewhere else, because at the meantime, let's, F it. Let's just go and go somewhere else, But I just got to tell you, I'm so appreciative of you. Thank you so much. We still need like a bunch of stuff and funding so we can continue the whole trip. And I got my angels that helped me out, specifically one that, man, she is undeniably an angel in my life. And it's a blessing in my life to have that kind of angel in my life. My mom, my brothers, and my son. It's just incredible. And now we're going to Europe, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm going to a place where that is extremely dangerous, and that is a challenge for me. It's really a challenge for me. I'm going to another continent where I don't speak the language. So I'm basically, now I'm going to be the foreigner, extremely the foreigner of really, they're getting me out of my comfort zone. My comfort zone, if I'm in the continent of America, I'm always heads on. I'm always in front. I'm always like, I get it. I know how to get it. That's easy. Because I can get along with different cultures in my continent of America. In Europe, that is not the case. In Europe, it is, I'm going to 4 borders, 4 to 5 borders, and they don't. None of them they speak Spanish. None of them they speak. A few. There's a few quantity they're going to speak English, but none of them they speak Spanish. So it's going to be a challenge for me, man. Let's go over there. I'm not nervous. I'm not, but I am kind of like anxious to get there and see what I'm capable of. I know my capabilities. I know what I can do. I know how can I do it, and I know that I'm capable of a lot of things. Not only this, like we can do a lot more. Let me in, man. Come on. And I'm just, it's a whole different ball game. And hanging out with these people is just amazing. So I just want to tell you guys that we're a couple of days to go. We're a couple of days to go. We're heading to, this is only for my subscribers. You guys know, so you guys can know actually the places that we are possibly going. I don't know if I should say this or not, but I think that it's for subscribers, or if it is, I don't know. So we're going to Amsterdam first. Then after Amsterdam, we are hitting France to go to the riots and the protest. On the meantime, on France, we're going to Normandy to D-Day, and that is a really historical place. For people to remember who died for their freedom. I think it is so important to remember that. And from there, we go back to Amsterdam. From Amsterdam, we're flying to Warsaw. That is Poland. And from Poland, we're going into Ukraine. And we're going to go all the way to the front, to the borders with Russia. We don't know if there's a possibility to go into Russia or not. But there's a big possibility to go into Russia. Huge coverage. Massive. On our way back, I don't know if I want to stop. There's a possibility of me stopping in Auschwitz to document the Jewish catastrophe. But I don't know about that. And possibly on our way back, I need to stop at the continent of America to document another border, and some. So it's a long route. It's a long way to go. We need your support. You know, more than ever, I need your support, you guys. And I just want to say thank you for all the things that you guys have done. You know, you guys have been awesome. More than that, you guys have been great to me, trusting me and giving me all your support. So thank you to all of you. In a couple of days, we are heading out. I'm ready. I'm more than ready. I got equipment. I got everything more than now. We need funding to stay afloat. But the whole equipment, I got it, man. I got cameras. I got my GoPros. I got my phones. I got stabilizer. I got everything, man. There's no way that I am not prepared with equipment. It's just I'm extremely happy that I got the equipment that I have. And we're good on backpacks, on clothes. I always buy this 511 clothing. Michael Young uses that 511. That's military clothing, and I like to wear it, man. I like to wear military clothes. It's just a lot of people say, like, why are you dressed up like a military man? That's my uniform. That's my uniform to go to work. I'm always in the ground. I'm always working in dangerous places, muddy places, jungles, and all these kind of places. So that's what I like to wear. I don't see a problem with it. So I just want to say to everybody, thank you. We are, really happy. I just went, got some, so I'm planning to do some recordings also and upload to locals into locals and possibly my manager. Well, manager is going to be the one that is going to be editing, cutting, all that kind of stuff, and putting the videos on time. I don't know how the lives are going to be, if I'm going to be live what time or what time not. But it's going to be really early in the morning. We are going to be 8 to 9 to 10 hours of a difference. So we have to understand that there's an hour difference. So I'm going to do a lot of recording and uploading for all of you. So I'm blessed. Gracias a Dios. Gracias a la Virgen María de Guadalupe. Gracias a Dios. God bless you guys. Thank you for all your support. We will see each other next time.